G'day and welcome to episode 78 of the Guy Who Sews podcast. My name is Sean, and in today's episode, come see what I've been up to over the last week in my quilting corner. I'll share if I've been able to actually finish anything and show you what progress I've been making. Stay tuned because I've got a lot to share. If you are new to the channel, I would love it if you'd say hi in the comments. We all know we have a new friend. But let's go ahead and get started because I actually do have quite a bit to share with you. The works in progress, I got quite a bit done this week. I have a lot of different projects I want to show you. The first one is the city avenues. If you watched my live yesterday, you would have seen progress on this, but I'm going to share it with everyone here. I'm really liking this design. This is actually like almost like a sashing row, if you can see that. And then I'll show you real quick how it's going to go together. This is sideways, but that's okay. So this is kind of how it's going to go together. And hopefully next week I'll have this finished and you'll be able to see it a little better than what I can show you currently. And then the other thing I've been working on is the Wizard of Oz blocks that by Art East Quilt Company. And I'm on block 6 of 9. And I didn't quite finish it, but I made some good progress on this. This is Glinda the Good Witch. And I'm loving this one so far. It's using both the gold and the pink sheen, which is a very shiny material, and it's actually a lot easier to work with than what you might think. So you can see the gold and the sheen here, and then this is her face, and the pink sheen is also here in the blush. I changed to her hair color because it was supposed to be like a orange right here and a brown, and I just thought these two colors looked better together, and then that's what we've done so far. I still have to make her dress, her arms, and then the background as well. So hopefully next week I'll be able to show you more progress on this. So that's what I have for my works in progress, but I have some finished objects and a bunch of other cool stuff to share with you, so don't run away just yet. Now it is time for our week in review, and if you're new to the channel, this is a series of videos that I take during the week, mostly of me sewing, but also some of the doggos and any other events we get up to, so I hope you enjoy. Last week I asked everybody what your favorite quilting gadget was, and I loved hearing all the different answers. Some people said the YouTube videos that they watched, some had scissors or seam rippers, all sorts of wonderful stuff. Acorn pens were also a very popular answer. This week I was curious as to which brand of thread you gravitate towards. I know some people like Orifil, some like whatever. I'm become a big fan of the Gutermann brand. I find it at Joann's, usually on sale. It's worked very well for me, and it's worked very well on my machine, but I know some machines are temperamental with certain brands, so I'd love to hear which one you gravitate towards. And if you have a question you'd like me to ask on the podcast, let me know. I'd always love to hear ideas for new questions. And now it is time to talk about my goals. The first one is I want to finish this row of the city avenues, so that way I can attach it to the other row and you can actually see how it all goes together. And then I would also love to finish Glinda the Good Witch, and so you actually get to see the whole thing on that as well. And then I'd also like to get some more work done on one of the t-shirt quilts, actually get the panels cut out and feasible interfacing on. So we'll see how we do with those. What are your goals for this week? So in case you missed it, we had a very busy week here video-wise. The first thing was Clues 3 of the Village Green Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts. I did a time-lapse of that. If you missed that, go check it out. It's like 3.5 minutes long. I also had 2 lives, one here on my channel, which was yesterday morning with Pam, the Empty Nest Crafter. She's a lovely lady from Australia, and we just had a great time hanging out and chatting and learning a bit more about the different crafts that we do. And then last night, I went over to Stephanie Stitch's channel, and we talked about the Express Yourself project that both her and I did together on our own channels. and we talked about how we put it together and our inspiration for fabric choices and everything else. So if you missed any of those videos, definitely check them out. They're all wonderful ones to see. Upcoming videos. It looks like I'm going to have 2 videos going out this week. The first one will be Clue 4 of the Village Green Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts. I already have it all put together. It's all ready to go out live at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. And then this coming Saturday, I will have my good friend Stephen Bland from Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter. It is Canada Day, so I thought it was great to have him come on. And he's going to have a mini trunk quilt show of his Canadian-inspired quilt. So I think this will be a lot of fun. You don't want to miss that one. So I hope to see you Saturday morning, and definitely watch that video on Wednesday as well. The next meeting of our online guild will be tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. I would love to have you there. If you've been interested in it but haven't made it yet, don't sweat. There's plenty of room for all. So I put the link on our Discord group, so if you can head over there and find it that way, great. But if you have trouble finding it and you're still interested in coming, just send me an email or send me a message, and I will send you the link, and that way you can hop on as well. I'd love to see you. We are just a chill group of people that like to come together, showcase our works in progress, and that sort of thing there. So yeah, if you're interested, come over and check it out. You might like it. And now it is time to share some finished objects, which is always one of my favorite parts of the podcast. The first thing is the t-shirt quilt. I actually got the rest of the top done, so this is one of the ones that I need to get basted and quilted and everything else. So I'm going to show you part of it here again. And I like the cream sashing. At first I wasn't so fond, but that's what the person wanted. So yeah, sometimes it's just fun to just go with what the person wants, because it turns out really nice most of the time. And then the second thing is the gnome that I was working over the last couple of weeks, and here he is all together, and I love his beard. The grey batiks just look great. Let's bring it back a little bit so that way you can kind of see the whole thing together. And I'm going to bind this and quilt it a little bit, and I think I'm going to make it into a door hanging. So what do you think? And so that pretty much is it for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely hit the like button. And I always love hearing comments from my viewers. I hope you all have a great week. Happy sewing. And we'll see you Wednesday for Clue 4 and Saturday morning for the Canada Day edition of Precut, the Guy Who Sews. Happy sewing.